Good morning. Welcome to 365 Days of Richer Living, daily morning reading, meditation, and prayer time. I'm Reverend Rafe Ellis, Senior Minister and Spiritual Leader at Columbia Center for Spiritual Living in Columbia, Maryland. Today is May 2nd. Today I am conscious of my body, that my body is vitalized by the living currents of life. And the scriptural reference for today's reading comes from the 5th chapter of James, verse 15. And the prayer of faith shall save the sick, and the Lord shall raise them up. When we say that the body is spiritual, we are not denying the physical body. The physical is included within the spiritual. If the spiritual or divine intelligence has seen fit to give us a physical body, it would be absurd to think of the body as an illusion, unworthy of our attention. Rather, we should think of the body as a spiritual instrument now. Every statement we make about the body or belief we hold about it, which causes the mind to accept spirit as the substance of the body, tends to heal. My body is the temple of the living spirit. It is spiritual substance now. Every part of my body is in harmony with the living spirit within me. The life of the divine spirit flows through every atom of my being, vitalizing, invigorating, and renewing every particle of my physical body. There is a pattern of perfection at the center of my being, which is now operating through every organ, function, action, and reaction. My body is forever renewed by the Spirit. I am now made vigorous and whole. I possess the vitality of the infinite. I am strong and well. The life of the Spirit is my life. It's all strength in my strength. Its power is my power. I feel that my whole body is being renewed, invigorated, and made alive. There is complete stillness and perfect peace at the center of my being as I wait on that presence which makes all things perfect. Every breath I draw is a breath of perfection, vitalizing, rebuilding, and renewing every cell of my body. I am born of the Spirit. I am in the Spirit. I am the Spirit made manifest. So let's take that into our time of meditation and contemplation. I recognize there is only one. I recognize there is one infinite, ever present, omniscient, omnipotent, omnipresent, source, substance, activity. All of this is spirit expressing, God expressing, Buddha expressing, Allah expressing, great mystery expressing, every deity that has ever been imagined expressing. This one indefinable everything is the very universe and all of its inhabitants. Everything that we are surrounded by and within. We are made from it, fashioned in its image and likeness, expressing creation in the multiplicity of individualized expressions. And so the very nature, the very image, the very likeness of creation itself is diversity, glorious diversity. No two expressions of creation alike, yet inseparable from every other individualized expression. In one, there is no other place to be other than in the one. In one substance, there's nothing else to come from other than one. I celebrate the reality of this one. I celebrate that it is absolute reality. I celebrate that it is whole, perfect, and complete within itself. And by whole, I am referring to nothing is missing. Nothing can be added. And that takes me to the completeness. And the perfection is simply that. Within every seed is all that is necessary for the plant and the fruit of the plant. The whole blueprint, the whole perfect beingness, the whole model, whatever word serves us, exists within the seed before it is planted. And the reciprocity of life is seen in the fruit of that tree bearing the seed for the next plant. This is life unfolding itself. This is nature expressing itself. This is what I call God being God, life unfolding life. Being created out of it, by it. I must be it in form, animated by it, infused with it. Not part of it, but all of it lives, moves, and has its being in, through, and as this person, this spiritual animation, spiritual emanation that I know as Rafe, is life expressing itself as Rafe. The idea of Rafe, a perfect pattern, perfect being, infused with all that it ever could possibly want and need at the inception of creation. Everything I can imagine, I already am. It was born in me. And what is true of me is true of all life, is true of each individualized expression. And so I speak my word this morning with full recognition that my word is simply the linguistic way of capturing the divine consciousness itself, speaking it into motion. That prayer is simply a movement in consciousness, a movement of consciousness by intention, by desire. And so I speak my word, claiming and affirming that all are aware of the power and the presence of the infinite within every cell of their being. That there is an awakening to the reality that the physical body is the home, the activity of the divine, of the infinite, of God itself, deserving of attention, deserving of recognition, deserving of that activity of remembering. Of living in the simplicity of the harmonious operation of one. I speak my word this morning, moving into experience the truth that there is nothing missing in my physical being, nothing missing in my spiritual being. They are one and the same. And I allow my spiritual beingness to operate as one with my physical. And when I say allow, I'm referring to removing any mental blocks, any mental beliefs that separate the physical me from the spiritual me. I remove every impediment, every lie, every barrier. And I stand in the authority, I stand in the agency of the truth of my being. I declare and affirm that this physical body is the body that God lives in. That there is no impediments in God. There is no pain in God. There is no illness in God. There are no restrictions in God. And so I remind my physical being over and over again that it is whole, perfect, and complete. And in the reciprocal law of existence, I listen. I participate in the reciprocity of life with my body. And I listen to its expressions. I listen to its guidance. And I respond in alignment. I speak a word of gratitude. A word of gratitude for the activity, the certainty of the activity of law. And by law, I am recognizing the creative activity of manifestation, of moving thought into being in this physical realm. I'm recognizing that law operates the same for every expression of creation. This is why it's called law. The activity of creation that works the same no matter who's using it, no matter how it's being used. Law simply makes the desires of the heart, the mental pictures of the mind, makes them happen. And so I am intentional and purposeful about what I hold in mind, how I funnel consciousness, how I use the absolute. I am intentional, purposeful, and do so in the harmonious operation of one, knowing that everything I think, every breath I breathe, every desire I hold in my heart impacts the whole body of creation. And so I am intentional and purposeful to impact life in an affirming, nurturing, caring way. That all that I think and do uplifts life. First, uplifting the self to the self, so that I remember the truth of my being and create, manifest, reveal from that place of awareness. So grateful. So grateful for a love that is so immense, it simply loves, requiring nothing, demanding nothing, empowering its creation with free will, and then simply loving. Loving how it's used, loving that it's used, loving the user. This is the activity of God. To simply love its creation, inseparable from it. No guilt, shame, or blame available in one. And so I celebrate all of life just as life celebrates me. I give thanks for the harmonious operation of one, for the activity of law, for the mind, law, and effect as the perfect operation of continuous creation. Grateful, grateful, grateful. And so it is from this gratitude, in this gratitude, as this gratitude, that I release my word, knowing that it has already been completed, that it returns to me through my awareness of it. And so in releasing, I make my attention available to be guided, directed. So I let go. I let it be. I let God be God. I let the human wraith be the human wraith, knowing that even the human is spiritual in nature, in truth. So I let go of any need to make life happen. And instead, I allow myself to be led into the path of perfection, of life evolving as Rafe. And let it be. Ashe. Shalom. Aho. Amen. Amen. And so it is.